Hello. So I didn't think I would be filming this so close to my 6-year shop anniversary, but here we are. Unfortunately, Paper Chic Plans is closing down. I'm going to try not to get emotional. It's been a long time coming. It's not been an easy decision to make at all. And I've been pondering it for a while, like probably 2 years now, closing down. I just wanted to talk about it really. Doing these videos, I've had a lot of people comment saying, "You're doing so well, I hope my business is as successful as yours." And it can be quite misleading, social media, as we all know. In a video I could be posting a clip holding like 10 orders, but those 10 orders could be over 2 or 3 weeks and not from a day or something, so it can be misleading. I knew this day was probably coming, and I kept thinking recently I should just close because I just didn't have the money to put back into it. I announced a few weeks ago that I wasn't buying any more clip art. The clip art was about, the one that I always really liked buying from was about £30, and I wasn't even selling enough stickers to make that money back. Didn't put any new stickers up recently, and then I just thought I just can't keep doing this with stressing about not having any orders, and it was just, I don't even know really what I'm saying. Yeah, so let's just start from the beginning of the troubles. So things did go downhill when COVID hit. Everywhere obviously just stopped. No one was buying anything, which is totally understandable. Obviously everyone was struggling, and yeah, it got hit hard by COVID, and ever since COVID it's kind of got better towards the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021. Things did look up and it was starting to get better, but then slowly from then it just got worse and worse again. From when I found out I was pregnant in May, when would that be, in May 2021, that was when it started to get quieter and quieter. Last year I was on maternity leave, that didn't help. I was away for 8 months and I was only planning to be away for probably about 2 months. So yeah, it got hit hard by COVID, and then it never fully recovered and just got worse and worse. Obviously the times have changed, planning is different. I personally don't even plan anymore, but I haven't even planned this week. It's now Friday and I haven't planned this week. I'll probably just memory plan just to use it, and then the end of this year I probably won't even be planning anymore. So I just think the times have changed. But the biggest one for me, which I have touched on Instagram but not in a video because I just don't want to seem like I'm moaning, but obviously everyone has their struggles and I'm voicing mine. My maternity leave was the biggest kicker for me. I was only planning on being away for a month, being off at the very beginning, and then I was going to work, because you can work 10, they call it keeping in touch days during your maternity leave. And I was going to do 1 a week for 10 weeks, like work 1 day a week for 10 weeks and then go back full time. I did my 10 days and I found it too hard. I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough time to do what I wanted to do. Having a baby at that time, she was still like 3 months. It was just too much. So I decided to close and go on maternity leave properly and come back in I think it was September, end of August, beginning of September. But in that time, I just became completely out of the loop. I didn't even come on my Instagram very much, and I didn't like talk to anyone. I wasn't really planning myself at all. So when I came back, in the time that I'd been off, people that used to buy from me have obviously, understandably, gone to other shops and bought from them instead, and so I lost a lot of my customers, and it's been like starting from scratch again, trying to build that up. And I also I love stationery, but I feel like the struggle of how it's been the past 2 years of trying to get orders and keep things going, it's made me fall out of love a bit with the shop. So we all know that I have actually started another business, which I do share on here, by Elena. That at the beginning of this year has started to do well, but it's not that I can't cope with the two of them. I was sharing my time quite well. I was doing stickers in the morning, sewing in the afternoons and the evenings, and it was working out all right. I could design a kit on my laptop at home as well. And it was going fine, so it's not that I couldn't do the both, it's just that this shop now is dead. So it's just a constant struggle, and quite honestly I'm fed up with being so stressed about paying my bills because it's just too hard. And that's another thing, bills and everything, cost of living has just gone up so much, and people say that to me like, oh, I can't afford to buy stickers now because of my bills, and I'm the same. I can't pay my bills but I don't have another job to fall back on. Paper sheet plans has been my full-time job for the past 6 years, and before that I had another shop called Paper Sheet Co, which was blog planners. I had that for 2 years, and I also did blogging at the time of that, and I did used to make money from the blogging as well. I haven't had a conventional job since like nearly 10 years now. The constant stress of having to generate money to pay my bills, to generate more, to make more products, to bring in new products. I bought notepads in hoping that they would do well, and they have not done well at all. I've got new washi which is shipped and is on its way to me. That will be going up into the shop, but yeah, it's so hard to keep the money coming in, and being able to generate new products. Cash flow is one of the hardest things to do in a small business, and yeah, I'm really struggling with it. My other shop is doing okay. I'm able to get new fabrics in to have new releases and, you know, generate that hype of a new fabric coming. But I don't want to use that money to go back into Paper Chic, because even when I have had the money to go into Paper Chic, it hasn't done well. So I don't want to put the money from by Elena Grace into Paper Chic, because then that's not going to do well, and then by Elena Grace doesn't have any money going into that. So I wanted to keep the money separate. So yeah, Paper Sheet Plans is now closing. I will be continuing my sewing. That's doing okay, but eventually I am going to go back to work. I am already looking for a part-time job. Before I started my own businesses, I worked in pharmacy, and I worked at Boots for 2 years, and then I worked at a separate pharmacy for another 2 years, where I trained to be a counter assistant, a medical counter assistant, like pharmacy assistant, and I was going to do dispensing, but I changed my mind, didn't do it, left, and decided I wanted to do makeup and be a wedding, like makeup artist for weddings. But I did one wedding and that freaked me out, didn't want to do it anymore but that's another story. Yeah, so I didn't do it. I have always been so interested in like medicines and stuff, so I do want to train as a dispenser. That is my goal, and I have been looking at jobs for doing that. So eventually I will get a part-time job, and then I can do by Elena Grace on the side. In terms of videos and stuff, I'm going to keep doing videos. There will be probably 2 more videos featuring Paper Sheet Plans, because I will be having a big sale, not on stickers, not on sticker kits. It will just be stickers that are already cut, like icons, the stationery products, washi tapes, notepads, what else is there? Yeah, stuff like that. There will be a big sale for that to get rid of all of the stock. I'm going to be filming all of that process, which is really sad. I'm trying to not get sad, but it's really hard. But yeah, the process of that will be filmed. I have my washi cake coming, so I will be filming, doing the pre-orders and stuff like that. I'll probably do a separate ASMR, because I know a lot of people like that as well. So I will have more content coming, but after Paper Sheet Plans is closed, I will just keep with the sewing videos. I know that that's going to lose a lot of people. They're not that interested in that, but I will still share the behind the scenes of business and stuff like that. So if you like it, you can carry on following, but otherwise I understand if you don't want to be subscribed anymore. That's absolutely fine. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say now. We'll be really sad when it's closed. I do feel a bit of relief that it is closing, and I know that sounds bad, but yeah, I do feel a bit of relief after saying that it is closing. Just the constant stress and worries about, am I going to make orders? Am I going to be able to pay my bills now? Like before COVID hit, my shop was doing really, really well, and it's just never been the same. My sales that I used to do really well. My Black Friday was always my biggest time. I used to do so well. I used to do nearly 50 orders, and some of them were big orders. But the last Black Friday I did, I think, about 10 orders, maybe, or was it 14? It wasn't very much, and they were very small, 1 or 2 items. I'm very grateful for any amount of order, like any size order, but I'm just saying in contrast to before, I can tell this is how it's changed so much, because now even my sales don't do well either. And it does make you question yourself, like, is it me? Is it the stuff that I put out? And is it just that people don't like me anymore? Am I just not showing up on people's algorithms anymore? Like, I just don't know what it is. And I think I've just come to the end of the line that I just can't do it anymore. Anyway, so the sale is to be confirmed. I don't know when I'm going to do it. But thank you so much to everyone. Getting emotional again. Thank you so much to everyone Thank you so much to everyone who has ordered over the years and supported me, watching my videos, commenting. Had 6 amazing years. Even if the last 2 were a struggle, it's still been really fun. A couple more videos with paper sheet plan stuff coming. I'm sure I'll probably say something when I'm posting that last order. Got to the end of the video and I got really emotional, so I've just taken a couple of minutes, but I just want to say that I completely understand why things have gone quiet, and it's a number of things that have contributed to the shop having to close. I do not blame anyone at all for not being able to order. I get people saying, oh, I really wish I could order, or stuff like that, and it makes me feel bad because I just want my shop to do well. Obviously everyone wants to do well in their job, and your own business is your sole income. You have to just keep things moving, and it is really hard, and I feel bad for saying when it's not doing well, and I feel bad if it makes anyone else feel bad for not ordering. And I understand that people can't, like, bills come first and families come first, and things like this are a hobby, and they're like a luxury item, aren't they? So obviously they come low down on the list, and I get that. I completely get that. I don't want to seem like I'm moaning or blaming anyone. If anything, it's my fault because I didn't work hard enough at it, and I shouldn't have taken 8 months off. I needed to help with Elena, obviously my baby that I had, and I'd had a C-section as well, which I had to have because she was breech and she wouldn't turn, and recovery from that was a lot harder than I thought. I get it, okay, and I'm just so grateful for everyone over the past 6 years for supporting me, buying any amount of product, liking a video, watching a video, commenting on my Instagram, even just liking my Instagram, following me on anything. I'm so grateful for anything, because without any of that I wouldn't have been able to do this for 6 years. And 6 years is a long time for a business. So I did it for 6 years. I keep looking up there because all of my products are on a shelf and I just keep looking at it. But I did it for 6 years. I should be proud of myself for those 6 years. I am, but it still hurts as well that it's closing and it's coming to an end. I'm getting emotional again, so I'm gonna have to go again. But I just wanted to just say, like, I do not blame anyone at all, at all. I am so grateful for everyone. So thank you so much for everyone's support and for watching this video. And I will see you in another video when I'm not snivelling at the camera. But thank you so much. Bye guys.